Let's bring in our panel now. David Avella is the chairman of GOPAC. David Carlucci is a former New York State Senator. Okay, David, to you first. I've got a Monmouth University latest polling. I've got it in my hands right now. National news. Economic issues outweigh concerns about rights in midterm vote. Inflation, top issue for the American voter. No matter the party you ask, people are worried about these sky-high prices they continue to pay. So why aren't Democrats focusing more on that in this moment?
Well, I empathize with David, who doesn't have enough fingers to be able to put into the dam where all the leaks are coming out that Democrats are creating for themselves. And now you've got Bernie Sanders and his comrades who are saying, let's do more to cause inflation to go up. We not only voted for the Inflation Multiplier Act, which is what it should be called, because inflation hasn't come down, it's only gotten worse. And Democrats have to deal with this. That's why you have right here Max Rose in New York saying that Biden shouldn't run again. It's why you've got a candidate for Congress down in Democratic candidate down in Florida saying that the 87,000 IRS agents are bad. The amount of challenges the Democrats are putting on themselves to win this election cycle is mounting by the day.
So while we're looking at the possibility of even higher oil and gas prices in the wake of this OPEC news, cutting 2 million barrels from production, you've got these Democrats pushing the president now to make the Inflation Reduction Act, whatever you want to call it, bigger. These are already the provisions in that act for climate goals. $60 billion to support onshore clean energy manufacturing, $10 billion tax credit for clean technology manufacturing facilities, $9 billion goes to clean home energy rebate programs, tax credits for buying new and used electric vehicles, which are very expensive, in some cases hard to come by. Do you believe Democrats may live to regret the day they push clean energy so hard in this moment when we're not ready for the transition?
Well, I think we are all in agreement that climate change is real. We have to attack it. And the question is, how aggressively do we attack it? We have a big victory with the Inflation Reduction Act. We're making a historic investment.
On inflation?
Well, it's going to help
on
inflation.
What specifically?
Well, on the environment, on jobs in America, on the economy.
But on inflation?
Well,
does it bring down inflation?
I think it will help bring down inflation.
How much?
There's no silver bullet to inflation.
I'm teasing you.
And yes.
But I mean, but let's call it what it is. I mean, even the White House we had on, we asked specifically for a number, and he had to source another economist who said that it would bring down inflation by a small fraction of a percentage point.
But when we talk about the environment, we talk about jobs, we talk about a new economy and a new industry. We're making sure that America is going to be the global center for investments in renewable technologies, renewable energy. And yes, these senators that put this letter to President Biden, they're asking for an emergency declaration on climate change.
How about an emergency declaration on sky-high gas and oil prices? I mean, this is affecting the American people right now. It's affecting American people. It's affecting American business. And anything that businesses are having to pay more for, that trickles down to the consumer.
It is the direct result of President Biden first cutting our energy independence, and OPEC then says, well, we're going to cut our production so that then prices have to go up. It's simple supply and demand, which this White House doesn't seem to understand. It was congressional Democrats last year telling energy producers to cut back on production. And when energy gets more expensive, everything in America gets more expensive. And every one of these things can be directed back to the Biden administration.
If it's true that this White House, and this is my last question, if it's true that this White House, as the Wall Street Journal is reporting, is going to ease sanctions on Venezuela to try to get them to pump more oil, to solve the problem here at home, what do the green energy folks say to that? What are these? Is that cleaner oil?
Well, I think all options need to be on the table because we're seeing this as one of the greatest threats to our society is climate change.
Wait, I'm asking, what's the reaction, though, to that?
Well, I think it's multiple things that you're going to talk to different people. They're going to have different reactions
I'm not hearing her. I'm not. It doesn't sound like
I think there's a lot that we can do and the president can do in addition to the Inflation Reduction Act. But it is a great step forward.
I think Americans are going to want to know why we can't pump our own oil here at home and why we're turning to Venezuela in a moment when we've got the resources. Interesting conversation. Appreciate both Davids on set with us. Thank you very much.